hide your kids, lock the doors. You're listening to HR's most dangerous podcast. Chad Sowash and Joel Cheeseman are here to punch the recruiting industry right where it hurts. Complete with breaking news, brash opinion, and loads of snark. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for the Chad and Cheese Podcast.
Oh, yeah. What's up, everybody? It's your calculus teacher's favorite podcast, a.k.a. the Chad and Cheese Podcast. I'm your co-host, Joel Cheeseman, joined as always, the Newton to my Einstein, Chad Sowash is in the house. And we are excited. We're excited. The Bigfoot of big data, the Sasquatch of statistics, the Loch Ness of knowledge is here. Toby Dayton, welcome to the Chad and Cheese Podcast.
Oh, okay. There he is. Fun to be here, and fun to hear that live. Being on the show,
being a loyal fan from day one, obviously.
Decade at least.
So, Toby, I've known you for at least 15 years. Chad, probably similarly. A lot of our watchers and listeners do not know you. Before we get into the company and what we're announcing today, give us a little bit about Toby.
I've been, it's tough to separate a little bit from the company because I've been doing this for about 25 years. It feels, it's
not
been
sad
a long
at
time,
all. Not sad at all.
I hope not anyway. No, it's been, living in Minneapolis, family, been married for a long time, got three kids. Actually just found out my oldest is expecting their first. So I'm actually going to have the first.
All right,
grandkid.
Grandpa.
Congratulations.
Sasquatch, Grandpa Sasquatch. I love it.
Very.
Did he say Minneapolis?
Time to get used to. Wait, what'd you say?
I said, did you say Minneapolis?
Oh yeah. little Prince action.
Little Prince, little Purple Rain.
A little purple. After last night's Vikes win too, we're sort of the bus is back full again with a lot of.
Here we go. Here we go. Even Rothberg just got really excited somewhere on the Vikings.
All right, let's get to this. We're going to be talking data. So give us a little background around how deep in data, a little bit about the company, and then how deep in data you guys are. Because Joel and I, obviously, we talk about jobs numbers. We talk about the economy. There are a lot of things that we talk about. We do a lot of digging into data. What is LinkUp all about? What do you guys focus on from a data standpoint?
Yeah, it's and we've gone through a little bit of evolution over the years. So actually, just recently, we became, for the first time in our 25-year history, we became a pure play data company. We sold off. We had been for about the last almost 15 years a combination of a pay-per-click job search engine and a data company, and we spun off the job search engine part. In 2021, rebranded it as Get Work, sold it to Adzuna last spring, so about 18 months ago. So we are almost kind of a startup again, a little bit, and it feels that way, sort of a new chapter in LinkUp's history as a data-only company. So we are the global leader in delivering job market data, and essentially the business is based around a data set of job openings that we're indexing directly from company websites around the world. So we go out every day and we're indexing millions and millions of jobs directly from company websites around the world. So we're not aggregating job board data or staffing firms, recruiting, third-party stuff. We're going straight to employer websites and we're pulling all those job openings into our data set. So we've got a really accurate, very large, extensive data set of labor demand data that really gives some very predictive and accurate insights into what's going on in the job market from a company level, even in certain cases down to a facility level or a brand level, deep inside of a company, up to industries and geographies and all the way up to macro. So it's essentially that's the data product, and we are delivering a range of data solutions to the primary segments that we serve, which include sort of the HR tech, human capital management space, capital markets, asset management firms, investors, and the financial service firms, and then corporations. So those are
Everybody wants data. Everybody.
Data
even
is it. It is
even podcasters want data. Believe that shit, right?
It
So,
is, and it's been amazing too. In the last, in this, there's always been a focus on the job market for, it's always been one of those critical drivers of the economy. I think in the COVID era, it's become the intensity of the spotlight on the job market has just reached unprecedented levels. So it's really been, it's been an amazing past 3 years or so around the
Toby's being really humble. He's that Midwest guy, that Minnesota humility.
Minnesota.
You know the ADP data, you know the Fed data. The big banks are paying Toby for what he gets access to and what he gives. And Chad and I called up Toby. We call him Bigfoot because he's hard to get a hold of. He's kind of mysterious. We finally nailed him down and we said, Toby, dude, you got the data. We got the platform. Let's do a show. So,
All right.
Announcing today, you know our shows. We're doing this one. It's the Chad and Cheese podcast does data. We partner with Toby and LinkUp every month. We're going to talk about the data. We're going to dig in. We're bringing it down to the Chad Cheese level. Okay. So you got these numbers, you got these geeks and nerds crunching these numbers.
Up to the Chad and Cheese level.
Yeah.
Sure,
Depends
okay,
on who you talk to on that one, but we're going to bring it to the people. We're going to dive into this stuff once a month after the Fed releases their data. We're going to dig into stuff only on YouTube. You got to subscribe. youtube.com/@ChadCheese to get in. It's going to be a 25 minute kind of quick, really easy to digest show. I'm excited about it because I've seen the data. I've seen what's out there. Obviously, this affects everybody on multiple levels. I am geeked about this and so excited.
Charts and graphs and all of that. So I think the coolest part about this is we talk, like I said, we talk about data, but we want to talk more about data, and we want to bring it to the keep it simple, stupid crowd, which is us, to be able to bring it down so that we can actually better understand just what the hell is going on out there.
I think what has as much attention as has been paid to the job market over the last couple of years, I think what's missing is beyond sort of the headlines, which everybody is pretty aware of what the sort of big headlines have looked like over the last 3 years or so. But I think what's exciting for me with the two of you is going a level deeper into the job market itself and beyond sort of the supply demand of employees and employers, which is obviously the big part of it. But when you think about the job market, it as a market, it is literally the biggest and most complex market in the world. And beyond those sort of headlines and the supply demand, you've really got crazy dynamics underneath it of how that market functions, what's going on underneath the hood, and from the supply and demand at a deeper level, but also the way the HR tech world works and how do companies hire and how do job seekers find out, all those things that you guys are so deeply versed in. We've been in the industry for, more than a couple of decades. I would guess between the three of us, we've got an aggregate of probably, at least 75 years in the industry. I think that understanding of how the job market works is some of what's missing and has led to, I think, a lot of some of the surprise that is going on right now and how strong the job market is right now. And in sort of Wall Street and financial firms don't always understand or appreciate the dynamics of the particulars around the job market. Vice versa, I think bringing some of that data side to the HR world and understanding the job market and getting into the numbers is becoming more and more pervasive. So I think when you bring sort of fintech with HR tech together, it's a really powerful combination. So
and I know for me, I'm excited about, can we look around corners? Can we see trends and try to predict what's going to happen? So many layers to this show. So exciting. Everyone, that's Toby Dayton, CEO at LinkUp. Toby, before we leave real quick, if they want to know more about LinkUp or you, where do you send them?
LinkUp.com is the best place to go. We've on all the socials, and but the website itself is definitely the place to start.
Get ready, kids.
Love
Get ready.
Love it. Chad, put on your thinking cap, baby. We're going to dig into some data with Bigfoot, baby. We out.
We out.
Thank you for listening to, what's it called? A podcast. The Chad, the Cheese. Brilliant. They talk about recruiting. They talk about technology. But most of all, they talk about nothing. Just a lot of shout-outs of people you don't even know. And yet you're listening. It's incredible. And not one word about cheese. Not one. Cheddar. Blue. Nacho, pepper jack, Swiss. So many cheeses and not one word. So weird. Anywho, be sure to subscribe today on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. That way you won't miss an episode. And while you're at it, visit www.chadcheese.com. Just don't expect to find any recipes for grilled cheese. It's so weird. We out!